How's it going, everybody? For this episode of the Board Game Crusades, we're going to be taking a look at one of the more strange and interesting board games that I've recently added to the collection. Now, this one is not retro or old school or anything like that. It's actually a pretty modern board game, but it's not something you're going to see every day, and it's certainly not something you're going to find on the shelves of, commonplace toy stores and regular stores and things like that. In fact, I'm willing to bet a lot of people haven't heard of this game. But without further ado, still brand new and not yet unwrapped, we have Mr. Bacon's Big Adventure. It's a mad dash through Meatland on your way to the frying pan. So as you may have already guessed, this is actually basically a rendition of the classic Candyland, and instead of going through a land filled with, sweets and candy and crazy, beautiful adventure, we're walking through a land made of meat. Meat! So, let me get the wrapper off here. So what do we have here? We have a family of bacon strips all sitting around the table playing Mr. Bacon's Big Adventure. It looks like they're all having a really good time. And if we come over to the description, it says, Mr. Bacon's Big Adventure. Join Mr. Bacon on a mouth-watering mosey through Meatland. On your journey, you'll have to navigate your way through the mustard marsh, cross the eerie expanse of the Wiener wasteland, and sail on the sausage sea. If you make it past the deceptive detour of Vegan Alley and avoid getting grounded in Gristle Grotto, you just might make it to the Great Frying Pan at the end of the trail. Good luck on your high cholesterol journey. Well, that's just lovely. So without further ado, let's open this thing up and take a look at what this game is all about. Alright, this is just as new to me as it's going to be to you guys, because I have not opened this yet. Alright, let's see what we're dealing with here. So here's the board. Don't need this. And we have some reading to do here. It says Mr. Bacon's Big Adventure rules. Join Mr. Bacon. Object: be the first strip of bacon to the frying pan. Contents: 1 meaty game board, 4 bacon strip playing pieces, and 24 cards. Setup: place the board game on a flat surface. Place the cards face down. Each player chooses the bacon strip and puts them on the start space. The youngest player goes first. Spin the spinner and move to the color that the spinner points to. If the spinner points draw a card, player draws a card and follows the instructions on the card. Keep used cards in a separate pile. When all cards have been used, shuffle and reuse them. Okay, so that is a pretty simple concept. And here we have notes on game spaces. If you land on a space with a meatball, you must draw a card and follow its instructions. If you land on the Vegan Alley space, you must follow the path back to start, beginning with your next turn. That sucks. Oh my god, it says, note, Vegan Alley is a dark and dangerous place where veggie burgers look like beef jerky, tofu looks like olive loaf, carrots look like pepperoni, and vegan cornbread looks like corn dog breading. Just move to the color that is closest to the one you spin and get out of that scary place as soon as you can. So this is obviously not... This is obviously just a strange game. And Mr. Bacon appears saying, hey kids, remember, cheaters never win, and winners prefer meat. If you're a vegetarian, it sounds like they don't like you in this game. If you land on any of the slide spaces, you must move along the bacon slide to the space on the other end. Once you are safely on the space on the other side, your turn ends. If you land on the Gristle Grotto space, you are stuck there until the spinner points at the corn dog color on your next turn. Unless you have the Escape from Gristle Grotto card. Okay, so here we have the different spaces. We have beef jerky, olive loaf, pepperoni, and corn dog. There's also alternate meat feast rules over here. Some different cards. And here's a frequently asked questions. It says, does start count as a space? Yes, it is a beef jerky space. Can I walk up the pepperoni slice trail in Meatball Meadows? Absolutely not. How do I land on a meatball space since it's not on the spinner? Meatballs spaces are just regular spaces with meatballs on them. Pay attention to the color of the space beneath the meatball. Okay, I got you. So anyway, without further ado, let's open the board up and maybe even play like a little quick demo game, just solo. So this looks to be the... Oh my god. What the fuck do we have here? Okay, let's just start at start. We have some trees made out of like Slim Jims and like fucking salami and olive loaf, and we're coming on down to the Baloney Forest, and here's Mustard Marsh because it's all like a mustard sea with corn dogs growing out of it, and here's like some desert with hot dog cactuses. I'm sorry, cacti. Here's one of the bacon strip slides. Moving on up, we've got like these meatballs on trees, and that's Meatball Meadows. And here's another slide space. I don't know if you're supposed to slide back or what. Moving on around, we've got the spinner here. Very effective. There's the draw a card space. This is Vegan Alley with the broccoli. Maybe I better be careful and not land there. And moving on around. What the fuck? It's a meat cabin. A fucking meat cabin made out of pepperoni, Slim Jims, hot dogs, beef jerky, and like bratwurst or something. The bacon guy's like, hey. Finally, here he is in a hot dog canoe in what looks like a river of like gravy or something. Keep coming on along. I don't even know what's going on right here. He's just in like some raw meat. And finally, here we are in cooked frying pan bacon heaven. And he's just laying there like, ah, I'm being cooked. So that's what the board looks like. Let's take a look at the pieces here real quick. So here are the stands that the bacon strips go on. The bacon strips are all have different looks to them. So let me pull them all out here. We've got winking bacon strip, singing bacon strip, whistling bacon strip, and walking bacon strip. Looks like he's on a mission. I would probably choose the walking one because he looks like he's gonna get shit done and not fuck around while doing it. So let me open up these packages now. Alright, here are the mystery cards, and let's just play a couple of rounds here. Alright, so we're moving to, I forget what that was, but it looks like pepperoni. Ooh. Pepperoni again, eh? Alright, we're in the Baloney Forest now. God damn, I keep fucking that up. Moving on to the beef jerky space. Oh, draw a card. Let's see what we have to do. All other players go back 2 spaces. Oh, that sucks. Too bad I'm the only one playing, so we'll just disregard that and move on. I'm going to say that's another draw card just to make it interesting. Switch places with any player. No. Move any player back 3 spaces. I want one for me. Move backward 5 spaces. That sucks. Move forward or backward to the nearest bacon slide. Hell yeah. And that's a badass card. And so yeah, we just spin this thing and we keep moving on around till we make it to the bacon frying pan, and we yeah. My friends, has been Mr. Bacon's Big Adventure, a high cholesterol adventure through Meatland. And as always, hope you guys enjoyed this episode of the Board Game Crusades. And as far as how simple this game is, I'm sure I'll be uploading a gameplay video quite soon.